Peter, of Peter's political perspective, he's somewhere, where is he? QAnon believer, etc., is kind of losing his mind. So let's take a look at Peter's most recent video. Reminder that Peter was planning entirely on moving his content from YouTube over to Frank Speech. Frank Speech being the air quote social media website created by Mike Lindell of My Pillow fame. So it opened for like 2 days, and then as it turned out, had no social media functionality. It was just a site where Mike was streaming and writing terrible, terrible articles. So Peter has nowhere to put his videos now except for YouTube and Rumble. So he's been doing that. Not doing great. Let's check it out.
They're trying to
Uwu or Owo? Uwu.
attack me because they can't attack Q, because Q is the truth.
Our brightest days are just ahead.
When we get out here into the future here, the
There is a rule that you cannot swear on Frank Speech, correct?
glorious, amazing place we're going to be.
Color by Emmy says, thanks for covering Peter here. I saw your tweet, but I didn't want to give him my views. Of course, no problem.
It's going to be the greatest uniting of a country ever. And we're going to look back and say, all this had to happen to get to this great place. Because once again, we will be one nation under God.
For our country and for our children, the best is yet to come.
Took a turn there. So Peter's not only a QAnon believer, but he also thinks that aliens have visited Earth and are perhaps giving Trump alien technology to help him fight the air quote deep state.
Donald Trump, through a Q pose, has asked all of us patriots to become digital warriors and take the oath to protect the United States.
By the way, this is the first video on his channel that he's actually said the word Q. Normally he censors himself because that can get picked up by YouTube, and then they'll ban him because you're not supposed to be spreading election conspiracy theories like he does, understandably so. But at this point, he has said YOLO like it's 2013, and he has decided he does not care anymore, so he's just gonna full-on go Q. It's bad. It's real bad.
I ask all of you to take this oath, and I'm going to take the oath publicly now, and this is
Are you ready, chat? We're gonna take this oath together with Peter, okay?
legally binding.
This is legally binding. Who's binding it legally? I don't know, but according to Peter, it's legally binding, so it has to be true. I, Hannah, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. So there we go. We're going to protect the Constitution by debunking QAnon and stopping crazy people from trying to take over the government like they did on January 6th.
I, Peter Hanna, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies.
Which office are we entering, though? Yeah, that's why it's funny. There's no office that we're entering. He just thinks that this general pledge somehow will apply to digital warriors, as he likes to call them.
Foreign and
Yes, Kitty, would you like to come say hi to the fine people here on stream? Come on.
domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation free faith and
No, Kitty. Don't push buttons.
allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Q is real.
No, he's not. It's not. At this point, it's Ron and Jim Watkins, and they haven't posted since like December or January.
They can take down my Patreon account because I talk about Q, that's fine. They can take down my YouTube account because I talk about Q, that's fine. But
They're going to. You're on borrowed time as it is. Why are you doing this, Peter? Why are you doing this to your family?
that just means I'm over the target.
That just means I'm over the target. Obviously, it has to be true. They only delete true things from YouTube. They never delete things for being false.
They can't stop me. They can try to stop my funding. This YouTube account will come down eventually. My PayPal account will come eventually down, but that is fine. Because I swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States to protect America and help Trump save the world.
Peter, if you actually cared about the Constitution, you would recognize the legitimacy of the 2020 election and recognize that you want a military coup, an illegal military coup, which is the least constitutional thing you could actually want. You want to install a dictator. This is not how the Constitution works.
And that's more important than money. I'm not sure how long this YouTube account will be online. This video will also be posted on Frank's Speech.
No, it won't, because you can't upload videos to Frank's Speech right now. And maybe not ever? I guess we'll see.
You can't censor me anymore. Q is real.
This is where the video I mean, it's already sad, but, like, this video is so... It feels like he's not saying, like, the Q is real stuff for us. It almost feels like at this point he's trying to continue to convince himself that he's not wrong. It's super sad.
It's not QAnon. That's a word that's been used by the mainstream media. It's Q and Anons.
He's called QAnon because he started as an Anon posting on 4chan. QAnon. He's an Anon that goes by Q. What?
Trump has confirmed Q is real. Lin Wood has confirmed
Trump has not confirmed that at any point.
Q is real. Eric Trump has confirmed Q is real. Look at this picture. Eric Trump endorsing Q. Watch this video.
Eric's an idiot. I don't really care what Eric Trump thinks.
They've accused me of being a QAnon conspiracy theorist. Why? Because they're telling you that I am a bad messenger. They're trying to attack.
Q isn't real, L is real, 2401. 0M80 says, just don't spell your name in all caps and it's not binding. That's how it works, right? Yeah, I think Marcel Bissett, my personal lawyer, told me that at one point. Bay Cop 2027 says, Hannah, do you think this Q stuff is likely to die off or turn into something new? Good question. It's already died off a lot, actually, since the inauguration. Don't get me wrong, there's this concept in conspiracy theories, I forget the specific terminology, but it's something like the concentration effect. And what it means is, over time, something like Q, any doomsday cult that ends up with some sort of prediction of an end times date or a date that something is going to happen, people will start to shed off the edges. People who were in it but were slightly skeptical, they'll start to leave. But that makes the average person in the cult belief system more strongly believing the thing, because the only people that are left are the true believers, the people who are all in, and all they do is they reinforce each other's belief. And without that influence of people on sort of the edges of the community to be like, well, maybe, and sort of temper their beliefs, it just turns into a feedback loop of really, really delusional people feeding each other's delusions, and it just gets worse for the people within the group. So the full number of people who are in QAnon has and will continue to probably go down, but the people who stay in the group are dangerous, and they are incredibly delusional, so that's a problem. I do think some of it will morph into other stuff. That happens with a lot of conspiratorial beliefs. When it dies off, those people move to a different conspiracy.
Attack me because they can't attack Q, because Q is the truth. This is about the children, for God's sakes.
Lynn Wood, the top defamation lawyer in the world,
I don't know if that's true, but okay.
telling us
It's certainly not true anymore. His reputation has been destroyed because of all this stuff.
Q is truth. If he's lying, he'll get sued.
Is he not one of the people that's being sued by Dominion currently? I'm genuinely not sure. Hold on. Lynn Wood. Law. Suit. Sorry, it's hard to type with the kitty right here. So he's not currently being sued, but he is representing Sidney Powell in her defamation case with Dominion. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets sued at some point, but who knows.
And here is President Trump, who, by the way, can't publicly say Q is real, because if he did, Q would be labeled terrorist organization, him a leader of the terrorist organization.
Because that would be. Because if an ex-president of the United States was aiding and abetting a group of people planning a military coup of the country that he just lost an election in, that would be stochastic terrorism. That would be terrorism. That would be terrorism. Do you understand that he would be labeled a terrorist in that case because it would be terrorism, Peter?
He could get in legal trouble, but he's been hinting at us over and over again that Q is real. By retweeting Q posts often, supporting Q in many, many ways, endorsing Q by saying they're a great movement, people who love America. And also, how many times has he talked about the number 17?
Who are the 17%? Who are they? Who the hell are the 17%? Anybody in here from the 17%? Don't raise your hand. It may be dangerous. 17.
He goes on to show a montage of Trump saying 17. And I explained this to Peter when we had him on. Because the thing is, Kitty, please, I need you to duck down, please. The thing is, the president speaks in public
17
more often than almost any other figure. So you can mine what presidents say to have them say basically anything over and over again. So for reference, that you can do this with basically any president, here's Obama also saying 17 a whole bunch of times. A fan of the show, I forget who, collected this and edited this together for me, and I appreciate that.
17 to 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17.
See what I'm saying? You can find this of anyone who talks as much as the president on camera. Was it Pyromancer? Thank you, Pyromancer, for collecting all that footage for me. I appreciate it.
The 17 on 17.
To help save, and I'm asking all you to take an oath to stand with Trump to help save the United States of America. This is a unique opportunity to have a positive impact on the world, to be a digital soldier that can help save the world. I'm not asking anyone to do anything violent. Put your guns down.
I'm not asking you to do something violent. I'm asking the military to do something violent and take over the country by force. Brilliant.
Neither is Trump. We're all being asked to become digital keyboard warriors, to fight an information war with truth. And I'm going to fight
Did he unironically call themselves keyboard warriors?
this war with
Bless you, kitty.
Trump, and I'm asking all you to join me. If you don't believe Q is real, then start reading Q posts, starting with the first Q post.
The first Q post says that Hillary Clinton is... This was from 2017, by the way. The first Q post says Hillary Clinton has been arrested and is about to be tried. That never happened, obviously. So the first Q post debunks Q.
Start reading the Q post with the first one all the way leading to the last one. If you do that, it's impossible for you not to believe in Q. Q is real, 100% real. Q is real. Q is real.
You seem to be repeating that a lot to assure yourself, Peter. Are you sure you're as confident as you used to be?
They work with Trump. Q plus is Trump. Trump has posted as part of Team Q.
No, he hasn't.
This is a real movement. They're saving America. We're still winning. Everything's going perfectly according to plan. Biden and Harris, their administration will come to an end. It will not serve its full term. That I know.
Oh, so now you believe they are really Biden and Harris? Because earlier you said you thought they were actors.
For sure. Trump will be back. The military backs Trump.
Not really. We looked at this statistic a while back. The military is actually pretty split on Biden, Trump, relative to other Republican presidents, because the military tends to lean right, but as it turns out, if you call POWs losers and, like, bomb Iran and get a bunch of soldiers hurt and disrespect Gold Star families, people in the military think you're a dick. Funny how that works, huh?
Everything's going to be amazing. I can promise you that. If you don't believe me, read all the Q posts, starting with the first one all the way to the last one. If you read the Q posts in that order, all of them, you will believe, you will know Q is real. You will see all the Q proofs. We are winning. We will never be defeated. Censorship cannot take us down. You can take down my YouTube account, my Patreon account, my
They probably will.
other backup YouTube account. You can take down my PayPal account. I'm okay with that. But you can't stop me. You can't stop my mission. You can't stop a movement of hundreds of millions of people that are helping Trump save the world. You can't stop us. You can't censor us. You can't take us down. We are victorious. And the reign of Satan is coming to an end. Join me in prayer.
And then he prays.
All right, guys. Oh God, dear God, please help us with your heart and with your power to defeat the evil in the world and save Earth. Amen. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Trust Trump, trust Q. It's all real. And we are winning. Have faith, everyone.
You're definitely winning, Peter. So winning.
It's going to be amazing very soon.
I cannot wait for August. I think he says August is when he thinks Trump will be in by. So excited for August. Oh, Peter. I honestly, I shouldn't feel bad for Peter. He wants a military coup. He wants a dictator. These are bad things. These are un-American things. But here we are. And I do feel bad because he's legitimately... I think he has a sad life, and I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm saying that and I'm trying to empathize way. I think he's not content with his life. And I think he's looking for a reason to blame for why his life hasn't turned out how he wanted it to. And the easiest explanation for him is to blame something like the deep state has ruined the country, and that's why his life isn't how it's supposed to be, and that's why he's living with his parents at 32, you know? So then he can imagine, well, I don't have to do anything to improve myself. I can just wait for Trump to come and save me. And that's easier than actually improving yourself, so it's kind of sad, but it is what it is.